Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to talk about this Green Mountain Grill's pellet grill controller. This is just one I had floating around. Haven't got to repairing it yet. I think this was just totally dead. I think this one might be shorted out or something. I don't remember. But these come in two different pieces here. It's got very little conformal coating. Most of these that come in here, they usually are water damaged. This is an older one from a Jim Bowie, but it's a Wi-Fi board. You can see the Wi-Fi module right there. I reached out about a year ago to Green Mountain Grills looking for schematics or whatever. I've been repairing these for years for locals. There was a dealer that was sending them to me all the time, and it was great. I was fixing them up, and they're pretty simple devices. But I reached out to Green Mountain Grills, and it was a flat no. We don't provide that and everything. So I did my usual. I tracked down the CEO or director. His name is Jason Baker. That's the guy right there. We had a nice about half hour, 45-minute phone conversation one day, and I explained right to repair to him, and he was very, very receptive. I mean, one of the first CEOs I ever talked to, and he was super receptive to right to repair. He said he fully supported it and would see what he could do for me. So, about a month after our phone call, he sent me information and said he sent me a package. Well, it was from Jason Baker right there. That's that guy right there. It came from Arizona, where he's at, and I just haven't got around to opening it. He said there's something in there for me. He sent me a couple probes because the probes on these grills, the chamber temperature probe, they go bad quite frequently. And yeah, this was, I don't know if the date's on here. Yeah, December 6th, 2023. It's kind of partially my fault to why I have not got to this. But it's not 100% all my fault. He did provide the schematics, or some of the schematics, and I understand his plight. You can see right here. I'll show you in a minute. But I'm curious to what's inside this. Let's see what's inside of it. Sorry about the coffee slurping. It is late, and it's running up to the end of the year. But yeah, I already on my blog. I'll link it in the description. I backed up the firmware, and you can reprogram these. That's one of the main causes on these of going bad is bad software update. They just blink out. You go to download open the app, and oh yeah, we've got a firmware update. They update the app, boom, dead. And they're a couple $100 if you have to replace them. So that's what happened. That's why I started getting into these. That's what happened to me. And let's open this. So on our conversation, it was good. He even offered to introduce me to his developer so we can get the firmware situated where when we do the serial numbers and stuff, we know the edit points and whatever. He understood that we don't want the source code. We just want compiled binaries. So let's open this. And this one here, it was sent in by one of the Facebook group members for a unit that I will have in stock. But But Jason kind of told me what was in here. So let's just open this up and let's grab it from the bottom. We're committed. I hope my camera's been freezing and my mic's been going crazy. So what do we have in here? Now this has been a year in this box. So we've got a controller. This is one of the newer controllers, is what it looks like. Yeah, it's a single board. Older controllers were a stacked board. So let's see what else is in this box. So this is what he sent me, and I need one of these. This is why I'm doing this early. I have not got the rest of the information. He sent me 2 of them. Oh, great. Awesome. These are the temperature probes for the heating chamber. These fail, and I think the ones that the local feed store that is a GMG dealer, they don't come packaged like this. I think the ones they're selling there are cheap Chinese knockoffs. Oh, we have a letter. What's this say? We'll read that in a minute. We've got another thing in a box. Daniel Boone Wi-Fi choice. I didn't ask for any of this. I didn't even ask for these. He offered to send me these, and that's all I thought he was sending until he sent me an email. Oh, that's a brand new one. Well, let's see what this letter says here. Oh, how'd you get in here? Okay, but it says, "Hi, Stephen. I have an original board in here for you, along with 2 thermal sensors. The prime board is not functional." I'm gonna assume this one right here is not functional. I have not done these because I didn't have schematics, and I didn't have time to sit there and completely reverse engineer it, because I had these pretty much worked out, and I had a steady client sending me these. But I wondered if you would be able to tell me why. Thanks again for the convo. Hope to have information soon on the schematics, on the schematic front. Regards. Oh, thank you for that letter, Jason. Or is that Jay? So that is what we have here. Well, this will be nice to have for a backup, but I need to get my GMG going, because I needed a thermal sensor, because I wanted to do, I noticed my temperatures were way off on the last cook I did. It turned out fine, but I want to do a tenderloin for New Year's, and I need a thermal sensor. And I knew I had one in a box. I just had to remember where the box has been sitting here hounding me. Okay, so let's check this out. Okay, let's get rid of Jason's picture here. Let's pull up the files. That's going to be right there. Just give me 1 second here. All right, there's the schematics, and there's this picture I'm using. I picked that up off of LinkedIn. Let's pull up the schematics here. Okay, here are some schematics. There's, this one is for, they're in Chinese, but you can just use the translator app. This is for the Davy Crockett. And yeah, it's almost complete. Here is the board. Let me see if I can resize this here. You guys want to probably see Cotty. Okay, this is for this one right here. It's that one. This is the schematic for it. They're almost complete. I think he was having a little trouble getting the schematics from their contractor in China, because this is the power supply board. It has nothing on the display. Then you have the, let's go here to the Trek. You have the Trek right here. That is for like a little tiny tailgate unit. And then you have the Peak Ledge right here. They're not the best schematics in the world, but they're better than nothing. Let's see, that's this one right here. And, I've got it blocked. Let me go to here. That would be this one right there. See if I can squeak this right there. There you go. That's that one. So I don't know if Green Mountain Grills is going to make these public. Well, I kind of just did, but I wasn't under no agreement to keep them private. So I said these ones are still slightly Chinese-ism, but they'll do what they need to do to be able to give a good. It's better than not having anything. And I really appreciate Jason going to bat on this. It will really, really help in diagnosing these controllers when they do come in. If I do get the new ones in, I do plan on setting up a part of my bench to take in mailer ones. So I have used them, and people know I've had them for a while. I've been on the forums, people have issues, and I just say, hey, look at this area, replace this part, you should be good. I'd say 90% of the time it's worked out for most people. I want to get a few of them and have them available for exchange, because I know this summer they were running real low on stock everywhere. Nobody had any. And I had a bunch of people want me to do repairs on them, but I was too busy. I didn't want to deal with, these, because you're not seeing many of these anymore. Most people on this market here is pretty much died down on these older controllers. They're getting to be really, really old, and most people are throwing away the complete grill. It's kind of sad. But I did get a bunch of calls for these during the summer, and I didn't have time to go through and review the schematics, and I didn't want to take on any more additional work. And I will post a copy of this letter. This is a really awesome letter. I didn't want to take on any additional mail-in work, but a Facebook user sent this in. I'm going to label that one right there. He's got to get in. Let me get a label here. Okay, I'm going to label this one because I already know what's in this one. And I have some spare time coming up here to mess with these. So I will put that one there. And this one was sent in by somebody on the forums that said, use this. I was going to use it to verify the schematics because I didn't know what was in this box. I didn't know he was sending me one until like September-ish. So because he messaged me in August, the last thing of schematics, and asked me if I looked at inside the box and checked this controller out yet. I'm like, I didn't even know it was being sent. So it's not a priority. So this one, I'll have to send the person a note and see what was wrong with it, or what its symptoms were, because I need to start listening to this. But these are a couple $100. Cotty is in the way. So I was charging about $100 to repair those. Depending on if it was just a firmware flash, somebody bricked it due to a firmware update. It was, minimum half-hour shop time, about $70, and out the door. It was quick. It was simple. These ones here, I haven't really messed with them. I'll look at the microcontroller. Looks like it's got an ARM processor on there. I'll go through it. It's on the schematic. We've got a schematic for it. But I don't know. I'll look at his when I get time. I'll just put it in. I'll put it in my soon work queue. But that's how right to repair starts, man. So you want to, for right to repair, if the company has the schematics and using a subcontractor, or they're contracting it out overseas to have their stuff built and designed, at least attempt to get the parts. Do a Jason Baker. I mean, he was awesome. Look at this. He wrote me a handwritten note. It's been a while since I read cursive, but you can't get any better than that. That is right to repair in a nutshell on what we want to see to start the compliance. Because eventually they're going to get word, and any new or updated products they're going to be required to have schematics. So they're going to have to retain those also. So I will go through the schematics. I will message him again, give him a copy of this video, and ask him if I can release the schematics, and if so, I'll put them on the blog in my description. But, or you can just review the video and pause and check out what you need to check out on them. But yeah, again, that is right to repair. It's simple. The schematics, there's nothing in there proprietary or confidential. There's no trade secrets in schematics. It's basic stuff to be able to diagnose and repair. I might do a video series on these. I don't know. We will see. But it's real late, and I have to take my pellet box off and get that thermal sensor changed in the morning. That way I can get my New Year's Eve roast done, or tenderloin, and have some good food on New Year's Eve. We will catch y'all later. Actually, I'm not going nowhere right yet. We got to give Cotty cookies. She's been annoying. Yep, we almost forgot to give Cotty cookies. Cotty. There's Cotty.